Howdy, hi. It is Deer Drop Sports college basketball picks and predictions for Thursday, December 4th, 2025. We're looking at the best bets of the day. Let's get into the video. All right, so first, got to recap previous day's results. Not the best of days from me. We go 3-5, bringing our season record to 117 wins, 90 losses. Since we lost 5 games, we add $3 per losing pick to the giveaway fund. Adding $15 a day, bringing our season total to 102 schmackaroos. Nobody gets taken off or added to the ban list. Let's get into it. So first, we'll recap the winners. Ohio was our first winner, minus 10.5. I think I'm going to continue to fade this Maine team. They are horrible. I watched nearly all this game. Now, I also had the over of 138.5. This one landed 136, Ohio 79, Maine 57. The pace of the game was actually good. Ohio got up 71 shot attempts, 7 free throws. The over didn't hit because neither team could make a three-point shot. Combined, they went 10 of 38. All they had to do was go 11 of 38, and that would have been okay. But it's all right. Ohio wins by 22. Maine moves to 0-10 on the year. Their next game at Miami of Ohio. They're going to lose that one too. This Maine team is awful. Next game, this is what made my night okay. We went 3-5, but my spirits are high because Arkansas, woo pig suey, beat Louisville. Go figure. Louisville hits the road and plays an actual road game for the first time this year. And what happens? They lose. Final score, Arkansas 89, Louisville 80. Louisville's defense, fraudulent. They've given up a lot of points to all the good teams they've played. They relied too heavily on the three-point ball. 8 of 37 from deep. That is 22%. That is not going to fly. Louisville's upcoming schedule. They play at Indiana. That's a loss. Versus Memphis, that's probably a win. At Tennessee, that's a loss. They're going to lose 2 out of their next 3 and fall out of the top 15. This team, fraudulent. Then finally, we had Monmouth minus 3.5. This thing, all these games today were so greasy. Final score here, Princeton 58, Monmouth 63. Monmouth needed 2 free throws at the end of the game to get this thing across. They make them. Princeton runs down the court, misses a layup. They get the offensive rebound. They then miss another layup, and we cover as they win by 5. That's just, I feel like every game was like that. Besides this one, this is our first loser. Lipscomb, minus 11.5. It looked really good at the beginning, and then they actually played the rest 35 minutes of the game. Lipscomb probably should have lost this game outright, but they did not. They win 83-80 against Tennessee Tech. They didn't play well, 45% from the field, only 34% from deep. They lose the rebound battle. They win the turnover battle by 1. These were 2 pretty evenly matched teams. I'd still probably lay it again with Lipscomb, though. Tennessee Tech had not proven it on the road. Next game, this one hurt. Akron, minus 20.5. They win by 20. 97-77 was the final score. Bucknell, in the first half, shot 60% from deep. From the game, they shot 41% from the field. Akron, 56% from the field, 41% from deep. Thing that killed us, free throws. 65% from the free throw line. That's not going to get it done when I need 21 points, my brother. Not it. Then we already talked about the Maine and Ohio over. We needed one more three-pointer to fall. We had 138.5. That one landed 136. Then we have this one. UNC Wilmington. I had them minus 5.5. They absolutely dominated this ball game. It's going to look like a final score that is closer, considering they only won by a single point, 70-69. They dominated. Rebounds. Offensive rebounds for Wilmington, 18. Marshall had 9. Turnovers. Marshall had 11. Wilmington only had 6. UNCW's problem, they couldn't shoot. 33% from the field, 23% from deep. They missed 10 free throws. I mean, just listen to this free throw disparity. Wilmington shot 39 from the charity stripe. Marshall shot 9. You should be winning this game by 30 if those are your statistics. Unfortunately, they couldn't hit water from a boat. Then finally, Omaha +2, another one that came down right to the wire. Omaha had a 2-point lead with 5 minutes left. Then, Northern Colorado goes up. Omaha cuts it to 2 with 35 seconds left. They don't opt to foul, which is the correct call. You play defense here 100%. You get a stop. Unfortunately, they did not hit a stop. The dude from Northern Colorado went absolute onions right in the dude's face. Hits a pull-up 3. Northern Colorado goes up 5. Omaha doesn't make their next shot. They lose by 5. My +2 is no good. So that is how I go 3-5. Let's get on to the very small slate we have for tomorrow. All right, so before we predict the first game, I will start by saying this is a very, very small slate. We do not have many games to choose from, so I would tread quite lightly today. None of these I really love, but there's only so many games to pick from, so this is what we got. First game, Rider on the road at Merrimack. I'm going to take Rider +8.5 semi-reluctantly just because I'm not laying 8.5 points with the brand new Merrimack roster. This is the first game for both teams of MAAC play. Again, do not bet much money on these games. These are going to be tight. Rider 1-5 on the year. Their only win came against a Division III school. They got absolutely housed by Virginia, Rutgers, Texas, and Houston. Then they came home and lost to Coppin State by 3 points. If you have not been watching college basketball for a while, Coppin State is historically one of the worst teams in D1 ball. That game they shot at 35% from the field. Overall, they played a bottom 125 pace. Granted, both of these stats are pulled from their Power 4 games, but goddamn, that 3-point Coppin State loss is rough. Merrimack 3-6 on the year. They got wins against Maine, Boston, and LaSalle. Their losses are all to good programs by pretty respectable numbers. They lost to Power 4s. They got blown out. They played a bottom 50 pace. They shoot at 36% from the field. They're also the second worst rebounding team in the country. Listen, neither of these teams are good, so I just can't take one of them laying 8.5. Give me Rider plus the points. I do not love it. All right, next game. This bet I actually do like. I was surprised Utah State was not laying more points. I probably would have laid this number up to 6 or 7. Give me the Mormons -2.5 in Florida. The Mormons yet to lose this season. South Florida is 4-4 straight up, but they are undefeated on their home court, so we'll see which one of those things is no longer true tomorrow. The Mormons 7-0. They got wins over VCU, Tulane, and Davidson. Now, none of those are massive Power 4s, but they are pretty solid teams this year. This team, the second year of Jared Calhoun, comes over from Youngstown State. He does return a lot of his players from last year's team. This is a very efficient Mormon roster. They shoot at 54% from the field, 40% from deep. Their defense is currently top 50 in the nation. They're going to be a serious threat in the Mountain West. It's probably going to be them, San Diego State. Is High Point in the Mountain West now? Who joined the Mountain West? Whatever school joined the Mountain West, them. Then you got USF, who's 4-4 on the year. Losses to George Washington, Oklahoma State, VCU, and Colorado State. So they have a bunch of decent programs, but they haven't won them all. Every single good team they've played, they've lost to. They played a top 10 pace, so pretty opposite from Utah State, who wants to slow the game down. They don't shoot it well, 43% from the field, 31% from deep. They're a pretty solid rebounding team, but Utah State, the Mormons, they don't make mistakes. Jared Calhoun, big guy from Youngstown State, who historically was a very good rebounding team. So I will trust Jared Calhoun. I like Utah State. Give me the Mormons -2.5. All right, next game. This is my favorite bet of the day, but this line absolutely stinks to high heaven. Robert Morris is only laying 1.5 points on the road at Green Bay. This is first game of Horizon League conference play. Going back to last season, the first year of Doug Gottlieb, Green Bay was one of the worst teams in the country. They bring back almost none of their team. I don't know what they're going to do. Robert Morris, they're 6-3 on the year. They got wins against Drake, UIC, Southern Utah, Stetson, and then 2 Division II programs. Their losses, all respectable, came at Iowa by 32, St. Bonaventure by 14, and then Monmouth by 1. They returned 1 starter from last year. They do bring in a decent amount of transfers, 2 of them from D1 teams, and then 2 of them from the JUCO ranks. They play very slow basketball. If you like watching a 67-62 win, this is the game for you. They are great on the offensive rebounds. They grab 14 per game. That's top 10 in the country. And their defense is top 175. So they play slow, they crash the glass, and they also play good defense. All right, then on the other side of the ball, you got Green Bay, who is 4-5. 2 of those wins are against Division II schools. Their other 2 are against Iona and UMass, who are actually pretty good wins. They returned just 1 starter from last year's team. They also hit the JUCO ranks pretty hard, bringing in 3 from that rank. They're horrible on the rebounding front. That is not going to help them here. They start 3 underclassmen, and their coach, Doug Gottlieb, literally runs a podcast while coaching. Look him up. Doug Gottlieb, you can listen to him as much as you want. He's an idiot. Give me Robert Morris. This Green Bay team is no bueno. All right, this next one is definitely the grossest game of the day. This Citadel on the road at Davidson. I'm going to take Davidson minus 20.5. I would not bet this game if I were you. I will not be putting any money on this. This game is gross. Citadel, bottom 10 team in the country. They are a service academy. So I can't really say too many hateful things about them because go Troops. But good Lord, are they not good at basketball. They're 2-6 on the year. Both of their wins coming at home against D3 opponents. They've gotten smoked in majority of their games. They returned 2 starters from last year's team. The one good thing is about the Citadel is if you go there when you're young, you're not going to transfer out. Like, you're not really going to the Citadel to play basketball. You're going there because it's a service academy. And you're trying to go fight for the troops, go team, yeah. They play slow. They shoot at 42% from the field. To their credit, they only turned it over 8 times a game. That is top 10 in the country, which was surprising. But I guess when you play that slow, and you know they're going to be intelligent if they're going to the Citadel, so they're not going to do anything stupid. But yeah, they're not good. Davidson, 6-1 on the year. Their only loss is to Utah State. They got murdered on a neutral. They shoot it 50% from the field. They also play slow as hell. They've yet to cover this number, which is this number being 20.5 is wild. It stinks. I'm not taking the Citadel here. Give me Davidson minus 20.5. Do not bet this game. Again, there's not many games today, so just drink alcohol. Do something different. All right, then we got our final game. This one's West Coast. It tips at 10 o'clock, so for tomorrow's video, I will not know the results of this. It is Cal Poly on the road, Cal State Fullerton. Give me the over, 174.5. This is the opening night of Big West Conference play. These two teams, they play at one of the fastest paces in the country. Spread is currently Cal Poly laying 1.5. If I had to, I would take it with Cal Poly, but I'm not going to because I like the over more. Cal Poly 4-5 on the year. They got wins against 2 Division II programs, then Utah on the road and Seattle. They play the 3rd fastest pace in the country. They make 11 3-pointers a game. Defense, highly suspect, being ranked in the bottom 100. They turn it over 17 times a game. That is dead last in D1 basketball. That's going to result in a lot of easy, fast break points for Cal State Fullerton. Fullerton at 3-5 on the year. They got wins over a D2, St. Thomas, and then Pepperdine. They play at the 2nd fastest pace in the country, 46% from the field. Their defense is ranked even worse than Cal Poly's. They're pretty good at distributing the ball, over 17 assists per game. That's over the top 50 in the country. Both of these teams are going to score 90. 174.5 is insulting. Give me the over. All right, then the quote-unquote almost bet section is just the other 2 games going on. It's UC Santa Barbara at home to Long Beach. If I had to, I would take UC Santa Barbara minus 11.5. Long Beach is one of the worst shooting teams in the country. bottom 10 in field goal percentage. Then it's UC Riverside. If I had to take them, I would. Plus 11.5 at Irvine. This is a rivalry. They do not like each other. Normally, take the points. All right, that's going to do it for me in this video. Once again, do not put a lot of money on these games. This is an ugly slate. We do have a pretty good Friday slate. Let me pull it up and see what we got. Hold on. I'm pulling it up. Where is it? Oh, God. Oh, banger. Right off the rip for Friday. It starts off, how's Gonzaga, Kentucky for you? Or maybe could I interest you in Cincinnati Xavier? We'll be throwing some money there. Notre Dame TCU. What about UAB Drake? Maybe you want to see some Division II basketball between Cleary University and Eastern Michigan. Or maybe you want to watch Samford VCU. Friday night, bangers. Tonight, no bangers. Lay off. All right, that's it. I appreciate you guys watching and tuning in, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.